Hello guys, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is part 2 of the past paper. In this video it's going to focus on practical. So let's get right into it. So with practicals you have to create a folder. For me, I created a folder, this one, right? And then you have to know the location of the folder of the projects you created. You go to documents and you look for NetBeans projects and you copy and paste these folders to here with your name, surname and student number. Now I understand people will say not advanced PC skill, programming to a test. You don't need to say that. For me, I always like saying that, but I then later realized that that's not needed because the invigilators, they have a USB. When you plug in, they have special folders for a specific module, programming to a test, and and then you save your test folder in that module folder. You save so now mine is empty, and you need to know the memory location of your folder because it differs for every computer. Maybe it might not be saved in documents, it might be saved somewhere else. So let's just say you're creating a project. You need to look at the memory location, or you could change it if you want. That's just up to you, and name your project. Guys, let's get into it. Now we need to begin with the timer. The reason why I started doing this time, it's because in the last video we stopped at 1 hour and 35 minutes, but still we were not done with theory. So I just assumed that if we were actually completed, we would stop at 1 hour and 25 minutes. So that's why my time is like this in beginning with practical. So let's begin. See how much progress we have made. Now, the reason why I have the timer is because sometimes it's not always exactly the length of the video, of the YouTube video, is not the same as this length, because it's not like that. It's just that maybe I was talking too much, and then I started recording this. I started using the stopwatch, so you get what I'm saying. Now you hear I was rehearsing, so it was like the first video turned out terrible, so this is my second one. So now you already saw the answers for these ones, question 4 and question 5. Now this is question 6, but the problem is it's a theory. They say determine the output from the following code and write it down. The quickest way of doing this is you can actually copy this, literally, but if you're using NetBeans, you copy starting from here and then see the output of the thingy, and then you get free marks, and but if you want to understand the backstory of this, let me go ahead. Now so basically when you try a character, it means you're calling out for punctuations and specific positionings of characters. If we go in here, there's actually a table designed for this. Most study guides and test books don't have this, but you need to do research on where these things come from. You see here it calls out, it says char C1 and C2. For C1 is equal to 88 and Y2 is equal to when c2 is equal to y, it used a single inverted comma. As you can see, there was a single inverted comma which will call out the character. We cannot, at this point, it's not a string, it's a character, so that's why here they couldn't use it, because it's sort of like a number. Now let's see how much time we have left. Okay, we wasted maybe 3 minutes. That's cool, we have time. So we need to look at this table. Remember, here it deals with tables. Now remember, you said char y, ne? It's at 89. If we said char, no, if we said, no, it didn't say char y, sorry. If we said c1 is equal to 89, the output will be y. If it said c1 is equal to 88, trust me, the output will be x. Maybe I could just make this thing. God, okay, maybe it's not this one, sorry. God, oh God, I messed up something. Now you can see it says decimal. It says, I don't know what des is, I might be wrong, maybe decimal, but I highly doubt it. It says des something, and then it says des, and then it says char. These are characters. Char stands for characters. Now the output, remember, if you want to know the output, it's right here. So we start off by typing the output. We said question 6. We can't do these questions because, like, I showed you the memo in the previous video. You know, I'm really not good with theory. So we say C1. I don't want it to say C1 like that. Okay, let me do like something. C and C2 will display, and then you make a space. Oh, sorry, it was X. Yeah, it was X. Okay. Now I would have gone here and gone to the next line and type these ones, but the problem is, in print, it's always, it doesn't skip it, and it doesn't add a new line, it continues from there. But if we typed println here, if it was println, then it will definitely skip a line. In this case it would, but it ends here, so skip a line for what? So yeah, so for here it will continue here. Now you say now C1, you can't just write 88. No, you go back to the graph. It's you are not given these things in the exam. This is like for understanding where these things come from. Now it says char 88 is equal to, will display X. So now at this point with this table, this table is actually called ASCII. You could do deep research on how these things work. It kind of looks pointless, but it's actually not. It's kind of interesting. In the exam, they'll never ask you what position is this, what. They know you don't know. They kind of like wish you knew, but they'll know that you opened your Java and you executed the output and you got 6 marks there. They know. So, but if you wanted to save time, you should learn these things and you'll be able to write faster instead of you programming it, which opening NetBeans will waste time. So you see, it will say X. Now it will say X. Now this thing represents space. It will space out. For coding here, they could have, also done like this, but then like it will complicate things. It's best if they did that space. It's okay. C2 will still be Y, because I know that some of you guys are like, why can't it display 89? It won't. It only has to. This is like the input, right? This area is the input, and this is always the output. You know. So yeah. You can see why is it this one. If it said char, if it said C1 is if it said C2 is equal to 89, it will still display this, right? It wouldn't make a difference. Now it says C2 is equal to Y, it will still display this. Or even if, like I said, C2 is equal to 89, it will still display Y. And C2 is equal to Y, it will still display Y. But in this case, it says C1 will display X. Even if it's C1 equal to X, it will display X. C1 equal to 88 X, C1 equal to X, X, still the same. Yeah, so it will say XY, and you are done. You get your free 6 marks. Maybe they'll give you like, how many marks is this actually? Oh well, it's, wait, what? It's, nah, for real, it's 9 marks. I'm just shocked, like what? Nah, there has to be a reasonable explanation. I think it's 3 marks. Yeah, for me, I'm buying the 3 marks idea. Then, guys, you're gonna write these things in a piece of paper. It's not like you keep this in your folder. You know, practical is when you start coding. Sorry, I'm wasting time on theory again. Now you understand where these things are coming from. Oh, basically, if you want to try to run the programming, okay, let's do this. Let me just pick a random, let me pick like this one. Oh god. You wanna code it, right? See this one, and you copy and you paste. Watch the output. It does the source. Forgive the ugly position. Let's just run it. You see, I was right. I know it's a bit confusing, but yeah, I was right. Now we can take this off. We know that. Let's go to the next question. Let me just control S, save. Okay. Now it's saying list the 3 iteration statements that are given in Java. 3 Java iteration statements. We have iteration statements that are talking about loops, 3 types of loops, for loops, while loop, do while loops. So if they wanted to ask for that, I'll try. Let me see if I can remember these things. Okay, so do, damn it, how do I, okay, ignore, do is like, I could say condition, because there's actually a condition here, and then okay, fine, let's just do this. And then condition, then it said like this, and then said while, and then sort of like an iteration is here. No, it's actually a condition. Wait, but what was, no, this is wrong. Condition is here, I remember. Iteration is iteration. No, is it iteration? I think iteration is like incrementing, I'm not sure, it has to be incrementing, decrementing, either way. Then we have initialization. You need to do research about this. It's theory, you know. I'm also doing my best to know. Now that's a do loop. We are done with a do loop. Let's go to a while loop. While loop has like this condition. It shouldn't be, it should be like small, this condition, and then okay, I'll call this video maybe part 2 of theory. How about that? Because now it's chowing a lot of time. Part 2 of theory. Iteration still stays. We're naming the 3 musketeers, you know, and then we close this. It's just done. Then a for loop, we have, wait, but initialization is also here. I keep forgetting initialization. Sorry, I forgot to. You should write this on your piece of paper, you know. Initialization, condition, iteration. Then you open it. Oh, should I keep for doing this? And then like kind of like you close it, because now in here you have to say system print out in this area, you know. And then let me just save. This looks good. So you're done with question 7. Now it's going to the practical. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Let's see how we were done. We started at 25, so 10, 5, we spent like 16 minutes. So yeah, on the next video we're gonna do practical. Thanks guys, I'm trying to save time. We're done with part 2 of theory. This is a part 2 of theory video.